Let's unlock your discipline superpower. Let's talk about 5 systems to crush your goals. So let's stop relying on willpower and start building systems that stick. Let's be real. Discipline sounds tough, right? Waking up at 5 a.m., eating a kale smoothie, which I don't do, and saying no to our Netflix binges that we all love, right? But guess what? Building discipline doesn't have to feel like climbing Mount Everest. Instead, it can be simple, it can be fun, and actually enjoyable when you have the right systems in place. So here's how to become the most disciplined version of you with no burnout. I promise. Clarity is the number one thing, and I call it clarity is queen or king. Studies show that people who write down your goals, so when you write down your goals, you're 42% more likely to achieve them. And you might ask why. It's because clarity brings focus. When you know your why and you make it big enough, it helps inspire action. So write today, not tomorrow, today, one personal and one professional goal just on a sticky note, and stick it somewhere that you will see it every single day. For example, you want to drink more water and become more hydrated. So write something on the sticky note like, drink more water because I need to be a hydrated me, an energetic me. And give that a shot. Put those sticky notes right where you can see them, whether it's in your office, next to your computer, or on your mirror in your bathroom when you wake up in the morning. It's something that keeps it top of mind. So I find myself more likely to think about my goals, especially the really important ones, when they're front and center. So you could try a vision board too, eventually in time, but try it with just being simple, some sticky notes. And these tiny habits, they really lead to big results. I didn't believe it at first too, because I thought, the small stuff, who cares, go big or go home. But did you know that it takes 66 days on average? So that's just a little over 2 months for a habit to form. Not the 21, despite what TikTok and LinkedIn says, because I see a lot of gurus talking about 21 days. I don't know about you, but 21 days doesn't even cut it with me. I really need like a good 2 months, sometimes 3. It depends on what the habit is and how resistive I might feel. But the trick is starting small. So instead of maybe committing to 30 minutes of daily exercise, start with 5. Think of it as a micro win, because small steps build momentum. So maybe the first week, start off with exercising for 5 minutes. The next week, bump it up to 10. So every week, maybe take it in 5-minute increments to get to that 30 minutes. And eventually in time, you will get there. And yes, you do have the time for this. I know some of these things sound crazy. You're thinking, I have kids, I have a job, I have commitments, I maybe have a side hustle. You can make the time. Believe me, if you totally looked at your day and you saw how much time you waste on nonsense things, especially scrolling your phone, you'll find the time. So just do it. And design your environment to work for you. Let's face it, willpower is unreliable. It just doesn't exist. When they talk about motivation, I don't know about you, but for me, motivation is garbage. It just doesn't exist. Like you have to set up a plan to just do it, so you're not thinking about it. Because when you start putting all of that stuff in your brain, you get all the negative, you get all of the drama, right? You can create so much drama in your brain. But the good news is your environment will beat willpower every time. So say you want to write more. Well, leave your journal or your laptop open where you'll see it. Do you want to work out? Place your gym shoes by the door, or get your gym clothes ready the night before and have them right there and ready. There's no excuse, right? Because you're ready to go. Just get it out of your mind that you're thinking about it. Just do it. I'm telling you, I created systems that I go to the gym and I work out at certain times and I write at certain times and I read. And it's just a no-brainer. My body just automatically goes into gear, and it's so much easier because I don't even think about it. And the best part about it is I'm getting things done, and I'm not sitting there procrastinating and thinking, oh, if I didn't waste all this time, I would have had this done. So just schedule it and do it. And you're gonna wanna reward yourself for progress. So even these small wins, dopamine isn't just an Instagram thing of scrolling through your phone and putting in likes. It's a powerful motivator. And when it's tied to your achievements, rewarding yourself, it boosts habit formation and it makes the journey so much more enjoyable. Because we're all here for the journey, right? We're not here to have this rigid life and rigid schedule. It's about growing and learning and developing and getting more out of life, but also to find happiness and joy in all that we're doing, because that's why we're here. So if you want to hit your weekly goal, treat yourself to maybe a fancy coffee or a new book, or even maybe that Netflix session guilt-free, uninterrupted, maybe on a Sunday afternoon. And my biggest strategy is to track it to hack it. When you track your habits, you create awareness and accountability. It doesn't have to be fancy. And nothing feels better than checking off that box sometimes. Am I right? So there's apps like Notion out there that can make tracking fun, but also just create a spreadsheet on your laptop and you can color code it and make it fun and visual, or just put on a piece of paper. But I'm telling you, when you look at it every day, you kind of get proud of yourself and your accomplishments, and you don't want to break your streak. I know I was like that with quitting a lot of things. I'm like, I don't want to create or hurt my running streak of a week or 2 weeks of doing something, or maybe a month. So people who track progress, they're 2 times more likely to achieve their goals. And that's according to the American Society of Training and Development. So what's the action plan here? Here's your 30-day action plan. Week 1, you're going to want to clarify your goals and pick one habit to focus on. Just one. And you can keep it extremely tiny. There's nothing saying that the tiny wins don't count, because they do. Week number 2, you're going to want to audit and adjust your environment. Remove the distractions. Remove the phone for a portion of your days and add motivators, whether it's motivation messages that you leave for yourself, or just celebrating your wins. Keep yourself motivated through creating that motivation, because motivation is just not going to find you. Week number 3, you're going to want to reflect and celebrate your wins, and you want to double down on what's working. And week number 4 is looking at your progress over the past 3 weeks. So it might make sense each week to even journal on what's going on in your progress with your goals. And week 4 is when you sit down and you evaluate. Am I doing all the things that I need to do for this goal to make it come to life? What steps am I missing? What types of things do I need to add or maybe delete from my life to help me get there? Or is this the right goal I really want? Am I feeling it after the first couple weeks? It's all on you, but it's your life. So you need to develop your goals and your strategy that works for your life and works for your lifestyle. Because I know that you've got this. And remember that discipline, it's not about perfection. I don't believe in perfection. Throw it out the window. It's about showing up consistently. So take a deep breath, grab that sticky note, and start building a life that you love, because it's yours. One small habit at a time. So do you want more highlights like this? Let me know in the comments what discipline challenges that you are tackling, or what kind that you are struggling with. Let's crush them together. So thank you for joining me in this video. If you found this content valuable, please consider sharing, please consider subscribing, and we'll see you all next time.